XRP's price action fell by over 3% yesterday, breaking down into a new lower low for September. I'm going to be sharing my thoughts and opinions as where I think the price action is heading next on the 1 hour and 1 day timeframes. As I get into today's video, smash that like button if you're new, subscribe, and let's take a look at what's going on with XRP. So the total broader crypto market did collapse down yesterday, right? So this is not isolated just to XRP, but we can see here XRP paired up with USDT on the 1 hour Binance chart. We took a bit of a tumble in line with Bitcoin and all other cryptocurrencies. So we did drop down from the 2000 hours down to the low here at 2300. This was a 3.27% drop. So pretty significant. And the bad news is I don't think this is done just yet. As we've been often talking about, guys, what we're looking for is confirmed breakout or breakdown situations. So we had a bit of a fake out situation up here on Saturday the 31st. Early hours UTC, we can see that we did have a kind of break of this, a retest, 2 green candles getting us in a stronger position, and then basically a break on down again, retesting and broke down. Now, yesterday, we actually saw this test of the 50 EMA after the negative cross on the 50 EMA, 50 SMA. This here was a very interesting area. Again, it wasn't a very good setup though, because although we had some overlapping candlesticks here, and obviously we get into dojo candles and we were kind of seeing more selling pressure than there was buying pressure, we can see that they didn't really have the opportunity to short the market. You could have gambled, of course, and we could have just said, okay, well, on this closed position, because it is stronger than the previous, we could have potentially, go short here and try to target out that 1.5 risk reward ratio. However, I think it would have been more of a gambling situation than it would have been an educated guess. Okay, so I personally wouldn't have traded this one, although it does look like it could have been very, very profitable. Where we are right now also presents itself with some interesting opportunities. We can see here that we have a swing high currently coming in at midnight UTC, and when I'm recording this at 4 a.m. UTC, so 4:30 a.m. UTC. And we can see here that this is a very interesting area. We almost got a kind of bullish engulfing candle, but it didn't. It failed. It didn't come down low enough, and we didn't go up high enough. Now, of course, we're seeing rejection right here. Now, in the structure that we have, we are tracking a kind of 5-wave move. We're looking for XRP to kind of come down once more. So this is the expectation. Our current swing high is at 55.08, and if that holds and we are looking for a breakdown, then we should be thinking about that price action essentially coming down more towards the 53.9 to 54.18, if I can actually just move that out of the way. So we're going to target out this range just here. Now, the thing with this is if wave 4 goes higher, wave 5 goes lower, okay? So you kind of don't want the price to pump anymore. You kind of want it just to get done so you can then talk about the bigger breakouts, which I do think are coming, okay? So we have the kind of 5-wave move to the downside. Now, this 5-wave move to the downside gets broken. The structure of it gets broken at 55.53. So it should wave 4 decide that it wants to rally up and break that. Then, yeah, that basically means no wave 5, okay? Because wave 4 is not allowed to do this kind of structure. So that's kind of the targeting range that we're looking for. Is that a shorting opportunity? Well, it potentially is, but I don't think it's going to be hugely profitable. So, for example, we just take market entry here and we go ahead and put the stop loss above the wave 1 low, and we come down here. You can see that we're not even on a 1 risk reward ratio. This is 0.82. So it's not good risk management to do a trade like this. So it wouldn't be something that we would do. Instead, what we would look for is we'd look for the long, okay? Because down here, when we complete target and we do break down like this, then what we want to do is a nice tight stop loss. And I say tight, we're going to reflect on where past historical price movements have been. And we're going to kind of see what's going on over here. I'm going to go ahead and bring this in and across. That looks like a really interesting zone. So I'm going to bring that all the way across here, and I'm going to come all the way back into our price action. Okay, so this particular zone is between 54 and 54 cents and 54.54 cents. And you can see our trade would be inside that parameter. So our stop loss would basically be coming down into this lower range. We'll just put a stop loss somewhere at approximately this kind of 57.8, so 54 3.78 cents, if I can talk today. And we'll target out a pretty significant, you can target out a pretty significant run here, because I do think the bounce is going to be very, very, very good. So I would be looking at this previous area of support, turning it into resistance right up here at 55.15 to 55.45. Now, obviously, I prefer a 1.5 risk reward ratio, right? Which means I don't have to have a huge bounce to the upside to kind of trade this one. Just a small bounce, take profit somewhere around 54.56, and I'm done. But there's the opportunity for people who don't want to do that and can obviously see this one going further, hitting that pocket of resistance right up here, where that's going to be a 3.48 risk reward ratio. So some opportunities for a long, I think, is better than going short right now, even though the market looks very bearish. I think actually I'm being prepared for the next move. The next move is the long, not the short. So you can short it. I don't think it's good risk management though. The long's better risk management, so that would be my approach to it. And of course, if I'm to be trading like this, I'm going to be trading on 𝗕𝗘𝗪 or 𝗕𝗓𝗪 because they're my go-to platforms when it comes to leverage-based trades, right? There are links in the description down below if you haven't got accounts for those. If you do use those links, there are exclusive sign-up bonuses and discounts and so forth. Now, not all jurisdictions are eligible for accounts with 𝗕𝗘𝗪, but 𝗕𝗓𝗪 is a non-KYC exchange, so you can sign up to 𝗕𝗓𝗪 using the link in the description down below, and you're not going to have to do any KYC or anything like that. And if you do use the link in the description down below, not only do you get the sign-up bonuses and discounts and so forth, you can also use that affiliate link or your account ID in our Discord server to get additional benefits within our Discord server. So lots of benefits to those. Check them out if you haven't done so already. Some huge leverage opportunities on those platforms, but also spot as well, right? You can also do spot buys. You can buy XRP on those exchanges. So well worth checking it out. So looking at the price action on the hourly chart, it's looking very, very bearish, right? It's looking like it's coming down quite aggressively, and we're not yet done, in my opinion. And we will be looking for a move to the upside. But even this move to the upside isn't going to break those 50 EMAs, 50 SMAs, or even the 200 EMA on the hourly chart. But it's going to be a relief rally nonetheless. Now, if we take this to a macro level, so we start talking about what's going on the daily time frame, you guys know that we've already been talking about the idea of coming down to the 50 to 53 cents. Now, yesterday's candle, what happened? Well, we saw a close lower than the 200-day EMA right in here. Okay, so this is a bearish close on our daily time frame, indicating that our resistance is the 200 daily EMA, and you can see today's candle fighting this as well. If this also closes red today negatively, right, so if we start seeing a close lower than yesterday's close on today's candle, that's going to kind of confirm our bearish stance here on XRP on the daily time frame for a little bit longer. Okay, do I still think we're likely to get a break to the upside? Yeah, because wicks can move up there during the course of a day and then dump down very, very quickly. Obviously, we are still targeting this lower range, 50 to 53 cents, and this is all a part of a bigger breakout though, because I do think a breakout is coming for XRP, but we have to appreciate the process that goes into it. So we still look for this move to the downside, of which our minimum, and I can't stress this guys enough, right? Our minimum expectations of this move to the downside have already been met. We don't have to go to 53 to 53 cents. I think there's a probability, a high probability we do, but we don't have to. And I really want to stress that because we can get a breakout significantly earlier than expected, specifically with like XRP and when it's a lot of news-based stuff goes on with XRP, right? So lots of fundamental things can change and sentiment can change very quickly. So bear it in mind, minimum expectations have already been met. We don't have to go to 53 to 53 cents. I just think there's a high probability that we do. And then, of course, what we're talking about is a breakout situation where we head out towards that 75 to 85 cents. You guys will know this by now because I've been talking about it for weeks, right? We are still targeting out that area of resistance up in this higher range, and it is a three-wave corrective pattern to the upside. After which, of course, we'll look for a move to the downside. Now, in the part of the bigger, broader market, we are looking for Bitcoin, we're looking for crypto in the first week to 2 weeks of September to be green. We're actually looking at significant momentum shifting to the upside. I mean, take a look at the stochastic RSI here, right? It's showing us that we're oversold and we are looking for a move to the upside. Even our stochastic, our relative strength index, with all of the hidden bearish divergences and the bearish divergences, have taken XRP's price down quite aggressively, but it's in an okay position. Although it's not oversold, we can see here that we don't have to go down to those oversold areas. It's not the first time that we've come down into these ranges. Now, I know a lot of people might say that the trend line, we've broken the trend line, we're more bearish, we're going to go down further. Like I say, 50 to 53 cent is kind of my expectations, but not necessarily a guarantee. And again, even if we draw this slightly differently and we say, okay, well, maybe that one down there was the anomaly, well, you can see that we might start to see a bounce from here as well. So just bear in mind that there's a lot going on. If we take a look at the volume as well, volumes are decreasing as we're correcting. Okay, so we're pulling down in terms of price, right? We're pulling down on price. We actually go ahead and draw that on there. And at the same time as that's going on, we're also bringing the volumes down. Okay, so this is an indication of that there isn't strength in this move to the downside, meaning that this is not going to be long-lived and we are going to see a break or a surge to the upside. So for XRP, I am expecting a breakout. I am expecting the price action to move up in line with our stochastic RSIs and some of these other timeframes as well. And we are likely to see 75 to 85 cents, but not right away, right? And we've been talking about it for weeks because it's taking this amount of time to kind of see things kind of emerging. But we are on target for that, in my opinion. And the only way that that changes is if we break down lower than 43.19 cents initially, and then completely break our structure at 38.23. So what I mean by that is that if we come down lower than our wick low that we saw on the 5th of August, well, that's going to lower our targets. And if we come down lower than our swing low on the 5th of July, that is going to break our structure and prevents us from moving up, okay? Those are the differences. Now, the 5th of July, the 5th of August, we can speculate as to what's going to happen on the 5th of September. I'll leave that one with you guys. Are we going to see 50 cents? And are we going to tap into our trend line here, as we have seen on many different occasions, and then start to see that next lift to the upside? Okay, we can see that after the 5th of July, we rallied up initially over a period of time of 66%. If we see and take a look at the 5th of August, we rallied up 48%. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. And if we come down to 50 cents, 53 cents, tapping in here, and then we start lifting up those kind of numbers, well, we are right there at that area on the 75-cent level at 48%. So if history repeats itself and we kind of keep consistent, 5th of July, 5th of August, 5th of September, 75 cents to 85 cents is kind of where I would expect the price action to be going. So all looking good on XRP, some massive trading opportunities on the smaller timeframes as well as the larger timeframes, because I can be looking here for a long position at around kind of, let's say, 51.5 cent hypothetically, stop loss lower than our trend line, target out 75 cents. Look, we're at a 5.3 risk reward ratio, good risk management, etc. I think XRP is on the verge of a breakout. We're going to take some time to get there. Maybe we will see more volatility. Maybe we'll come down onto the 5th of September, being a bearish move into that kind of pocket that we've been talking about, as we had done with, the 5th of July, the 5th of August, the 5th of September being the next and the third in line, and basically then from there, 75 to 85 cents. But these are just my thoughts and opinions on the data in the charts as I personally see it. How do you see it? What are your thoughts on XRP? Where do you think the price action is going on the small and medium timeframes? Let me know in the comments down below, or join us in our free Discord server linked in the description. Guys, check it out. I don't think you'll regret it. And guys, if you haven't done so yet, check out my second channel where I go through the Cardano technical analysis every single day.